every wave. Lessons learned, the brave behave. Friendships new and bonds so tight, guiding through the starry night. Journey on an endless quest, seeking knowledge, never rest. Paradise we call our own, new road out there we have grown. On and on we sail so free, through the storms and howling breeze. Hearts of courage, spirits high, together we can touch the sky. Quest for knowledge day and night. Oceans wide and stars up high, chasing dreams that touch the sky. Island filled with mysteries, stories of the ancient seas. Maps we draw in our hearts, every dawn a brand new start. Islands filled with mysteries, stories of the ancient seas. Maps we're drawing in our hearts, every dawn a brand new start. Journey on an endless quest, seeking knowledge, never rest. Paradise we call our own, new world out there we have grown. Treasures found in every wave, lessons learned, the brave behave. Friendships new and bonds so tight, guiding through the starry night. Treasures found in every wave, lessons learned, the brave behave. Friendships new and bonds so tight, guiding through the starry night. Journey on an endless quest, seeking knowledge.
We are back, and I know, you missed us. I missed us too. Thankfully, scheduler conflicts and other issues in line are gone, and we have about 2/3 of the party, give or take. We're going to see what shenanigans the players can get into. Before we jump into the game, just a few announcements. We are launching our summer sale. It did start yesterday. Please check out our merchandise, help support Players of the Realm so we continue to put on interesting stories that we do for you. We also have the possibility of a new campaign being launched, one that is set in a homebrew world called Lunethria. It is going to be a nice way to help with the players' world building, as well as introducing this, as said, completely homebrew world. Look forward for more information as we go on. Until then, let's check out what these lovely pirates have in store. In the last session, a couple of things that were most interesting, particularly the lightning bolt that came down and basically left the captain. Immediately, this lightning bolt was rendered with skepticism due to the fact that it hit one of the lower points, rather the highest point of the ship. This was a thought that was particularly pointed out by Edson, as he and I believe it was Hoshiko began to discuss ways that they may be able to redirect lightning as it comes down, just in case it's happening.
Okay. I think you're having a problem with your mic there, bud.
Yeah. Second.
Cutting out a bit.
Alright, so you want to go into those Discord settings. Is that better?
Seemingly.
Alright. So, with that, players, we're going to say it's been several hours since you have restored the captain to her full health after getting struck by lightning. And I believe...
Lightning just did not like her.
You know, it seems like many things don't like her. Other pirates, lightning, other pirates.
You said other
Lots.
pirates twice.
Well,
Hey,
presumably
twice,
the
isn't it?
presumably the world government.
Oh yeah,
Not yet.
definitely. They would
Oh,
they would
yeah.
want her dead.
Not necessarily yet. I don't actually believe that she has been pinpointed as the captain yet. Particularly, the first person of the crew to make headway in having a bounty was... Oh, Edson.
Edson.
Oh no, yeah.
I think it was Edson.
No, yeah, I'm not talking about bounties. I'm purely talking about her religious beliefs.
Oh, yeah, one's so surface. The other part
Yeah,
is...
that's gonna be a problem.
Remember back to the first episode where Hoshiko received his journal back with missing pages. Let's not forget that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, why?
Yeah, that's
Hint,
not ominous at all.
hint, hint.
But you know, people forgot about that. They did not need to get
Oh
reminded.
yeah, no. Completely forgotten. It's okay. Just ignore it.
I remembered it. I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Oh, I remembered it. That's why I made some pointed comments and it's kind of like wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
But I'm still not gonna be the one that gets
Gone
the
to
burst
worst
buster
possible
call.
crew he could have.
Nope. You know what?
Ugh.
I still agree. You're probably not going to get the first Buster call. You might cause the first Buster call. You're not going to be a
I would
part
never.
of it.
I would try.
Because basically, as we've said, you are Nico Robin of the party.
Yeah, you're just a buster call waiting to happen, bud.
This,
Well, we
this
already
is
have
where
two
I
people
detract.
who
He
do
will
that.
not be involved in the Buster call. He will be safely stowed away in a nice, bilge or prison cell on a ship. You guys, you'll be Buster called. He won't. He'll be fine.
How delightful. As if my character doesn't almost die enough already.
It's not your fault.
Well, welcome to the Uncharted Grand Line.
Yeah, no, it's not my fault because goddamn, if every natural 20 the DM fucking rolls doesn't seem to happen when he's shooting at me.
You
Don't
know,
worry, that's
the
what
wo-
I'm here for.
the worst part is, statistically, I really roll bad. So the fact that I roll
I
more
know.
than 20s against you is saying
like-
something. You can't
It's
even
like
blame
everybody
me.
everybody else is just this whiff, whoosh, me, fucking kill strike directly to the heart.
That is the gods up above who just want me to hit you.
And that is why I have this lucky coin.
God, I'd be dead like 4 times over if it were for that fucking coin.
Oh boy, aren't we glad that we were able to include what is that fucking spell, what is it? I'm drawing an absolute blank here, sorry.
Silvery bobs.
There you
what?
go.
Used appropriately, it is not abusable. It's not as abusive as people think.
And you know what's
Especially
freaking
high
saying
levels.
something? I run an Allegasia campaign where players literally cast healing spells at double mana cost. And you still use more healing than they do. Like, you die much more frequently. And it's harder for them to heal, too. Y'all need to stop dying. You're making me look bad.
Hey,
Stop-
I've rarely
critting
been
me.
hurt.
You've
Ollie
also
has rarely been hurt. You gotta keep it.
You've
in
also
mind. Ollie
rarely
is
been
a-
attacked.
True.
You also, I think, have the best AC in the entire party.
Also
That
true.
is so true. Yeah. you're
How did
kind
he
of
get the
right,
best
actually.
AC?
Ollie-
It's
like,
called he's got
yes,
good.
Ollie isn't a threat. We're gonna ignore him.
Look,
Like,
it's called he's
oh.
got good decks. He's got like half decent armor, and he's got a shield.
The other part is
Shields
Ollie spends
always
most of
do
his time healing you guys, and everybody else just deals damage, so you just take all the attention as Ollie's just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just randomly play my flute and somebody's gonna get stabbed in the heart.
Correction, tripped over and fall on a root which stabs them through the heart.
Oh, I'm sorry. Accidentally impaled by their own flaw
Oh no, I
because of the-
tripped and fell on my own goddamn sword, or essentially.
So, yeah, plenty of highlights throughout this campaign here so far. But, most interestingly enough, players have not actually stumbled upon any devil fruits or anything particularly like that. Not that they've
That's surprising.
not that they've really been looking on islands that particularly. They have, for the most part, been staying around, noticing a threat, and most likely leaving the island in a hurry, under threat of life, death, imprisonment. Did I miss
The
anything?
list goes on.
Gee, you guys are infamous. And that was before you rescued the slave.
Yeah,
Well, yes, but are they infamous for running away or being a threat? That's the big
Well,
question.
we did manage to piss off one of the most powerful pirates in the entirety of the ocean.
You're right, but you also befriended the other most powerful pirates in the ocean.
Well,
and he said
Gee.
we.
hey, last I checked, I was not the only one killing those pirates.
Yeah,
I just
you are-
happened to be the only one who shot the guy in front of the other guy while on camera.
And then he ate that shot. And then, or was that
No.
a different time? Because
No,
the
I'm
other dude
talking about
you
I'm talking about the
shot-
guy. No, I'm talking about the time when I blew that guy's brains out right in front of this other guy, and then he just calmly
Oh,
stabbed
okay.
and picked me.
So we're not even talking about the time that you shot the Black Widow pirate in a Black Widow pirate bar, and he ate it.
No,
and
no,
went after you. Okay, gotcha.
No, I'm
so
talking
that's-
about the
that's-
inciting incident that caused my bounty to exist.
That's another thing that we just don't talk about, right?
Look, bro doesn't like pirates, man.
We don't
Oh.
talk about pirates. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm giving you an inspiration for that because I love it. Yes. It was a sailing day, and they were getting ready, and there wasn't a cloud in the sky. The
I regret
pirates sailing with an infamous grin. I can actually go on more scarily than I thought. Anyway,
Yes.
with that, the players are. Yep, go ahead.
No. I will explain later. Not important.
Oh man. But the players are making their way towards Nixon. Well known within Paradise is the exchange of violent temperature changes. So the next day, as the sun is rising overhead, I'd like everybody to give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
Let's start this
just like
off
that?
with a. Let's start this off with a roll.
Oh yeah, that's a 16.
I rolled. Wait, that's.
Oh, I rolled real
What did I-
poor.
Whoa. Those
That's
are
I
not
bad.
also rolled really poor.
my
I
god.
got me a
Those are, some,
13.
those are some bad rolls.
That's bad. I got the bag roll.
Hey, I rolled okay.
That's true. You got above 12. God
If
damn,
you
man's got a
rolled-
plus 5.
Lower than a 10, you are taking
Oh, thank
6
God.
points of fire damage.
Yeah.
It's a
nice to
very,
know that
very hot day.
It's nice to know that I have 16 temporary hit points left.
Why?
I always turn it on at the start. of
Right.
the day.
Yeah, the start of every day. God. Yeah, fuck.
That's okay.
It's just-
This roll
It's
is going to
just
be
bring it
done
on.
every couple of hours.
Lovely.
Oh, good to know. Good to know. I'll just heal up our captain. I'm just gonna pat them on the back and go, there. It's all good. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You won't burn to death just yet.
As do-
I think.
This yeah is wild.
As the day progresses, you all find yourselves drinking more water than was accounted for. Everybody go ahead after a couple of hours and roll me another Constitution saving throw. The DC at this point is now 12.
Oh, please be better.
Another con?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Whew.
God damn, that was almost a 3.
Oh no.
He beat it.
Have a
Hey,
high
just
con
got it.
save bonus.
Yep, the meter beat is 12. So if you got over 12 or 12 and above, you are relatively okay. Your throat is parched. Any sort of attempt to talk would extend and cause cracks below the surface. One of those points where, like, you've gotten so dry and you're just breathing in that hot air. And now, remember,
Are the
to quote anybody who's ever attempted to tell me to go move out to Nevada, it's a dry heat.
Oh, hell no.
are the barrels that
Okay.
we were storing our
I hate
clean
That's
water
out.
good? Are
They
they
are
like
good.
empty?
Not,
Presumably
not
they're
empty,
below deck.
but you have been almost doubling your water intake.
Okay.
Because again, it is hot. Like, you're talking
I
like
have an
easily
idea to
like
reduce-
100, 105, 10 degrees.
Question.
I-
I'm
No,
gonna
you
say
go
Ollie
first,
go
Ollie.
for. Yeah, I was gonna say, give me Ollie was trying to say something, so Ollie, you go first.
Ollie's going to get out his locker, pull out some device, and he is going to pull out what seems to be a fan. As I'm going to use prestidigitation, chilling function to chill. He pulls out this weird looking contraption, at least like some kind of spray, and sprays it on his clothes, and his clothes just cool down. Because I'm going to chill my clothing for this. Ah,
My
and I'm
God.
going to do it to the captain as well.
I'm gonna say, let me see, because I don't know how long does that chill last.
It lasts for 1 hour. It can only be of like 1 cubic foot, but it's like mostly just the.
Yeah, so you'd be
more
with a
important
1
areas.
cubic foot, you would have to pick an article of clothing. not
Yeah, that's like
close.
your shirt.
Yeah. Usually the shirt.
And after an hour, it is going to immediately resume that hot temperature.
I am well aware, but I can refresh it.
After a couple of hours, what would you all be doing during this time? And as you're looking around, you would notice that the water itself, at this point, several fish have begun to surface belly up.
Oh no.
Belly
I am
up? Not even on their
I am-
side?
I am not
No,
looking
they
to
are-
give horse
They are
mouth.
belly up.
Yeah, I am not looking a gift horse in the mouth, and I am going to try to spear some of those fish.
I would say you
Oh,
don't
good idea.
necessarily have to spear them. I'm assuming your ship would have a net. So if you wanted to just troll along with it, you would be able to.
Hell, that works even better.
Because honestly, I don't want you to roll unnecessarily, and also it's hot, so your character knowingly would not choose an action that would be that
Physically
overheating.
strenuous, yeah.
As I said, like, nobody's going spearfishing in 110 degrees.
Absolutely not.
I mean, unless you were
That-
like starvingly hungry and like the fish were actually swimming.
Yeah, nobody does that.
Unless you want to do it, and then I won't stop you. Like, if you want to do it, have at it.
No, if we have a net, I'm definitely using that. I'm, you know. So I am going to use the power of net to capture fish.
You would be able to replenish your fish stock to, without drying, you would have about 3 days worth of fish supply. Only because that's really all you can keep at 3 to 5 days before it starts to turn. With proper treatment, you would be able to have about 15 to 20 if not 30 rations.
Well, now. Wants fish for lunch.
Because you don't have a fridge yet.
Now, who wants fish for lunch? Looks like the ocean did the job, just about did the job of cooking them for us.
Boiled fish. Not my favorite, but I don't really want to be picky on the high seas.
I'd still cook that. By the way, that was a joke.
I was aware of that. I
Just
think.
you can never be too careful. People do stupid things.
Looking at Yami. Yes.
Meanwhile, my character half convinced that your character has no survival skills.
I've survived well enough, sort of. Well,
Don't go bragging.
he was much of a sailor, I'll admit to that much.
Man's first reaction to any kind of danger is play music.
It works.
I mean, Bard, yeah, that sounds 100% right.
Cannon fire, music. Sword fight, music. The wrath of Mother Nature, music.
Listen, let's be
There
real
is
here.
power in music.
If he had the revive fruit, he would be having all the bone jokes in the world. He wouldn't even need music.
Oh,
You could already
God.
see it.
Please stop.
Like, he'd probably
Anyway.
even get to a 30-degree angle. 30 degrees!
Now he only needs is the devil fruit that allows him to use music.
Don't tempt me with
True.
that time. So, with that, you are all very hot. Your deck is hot. Your skin is hot.
Yeah,
Sun
I
is
think I'm
beginning.
spending most of my time in the cabin.
That's
Yeah, I was
okay.
gonna say I would have gotten out of the sun easy.
If it's 110
Only
outside, it's about 99.5 inside. So it's hot.
Hey, at least you don't have the sun cooking you alive.
You are
True.
100% right. Everybody, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw as the sun is beginning to make its descent down.
Nice.
It
Everybody
now
make a
the-
Constitution saving
the-
throw as the sun begins to cook you alive.
Hottest point of the day. So it is going to be a 14 saving throw.
Oh god, it's noon?
Oh yeah, let's go.
At it.
Hold on. I am going to use my
It's
ability.
instantly changing mine.
You also have 4 inspiration if you so choose. to
Don't worry,
use.
I've got my own inspiration once a day. It's not as good as Yami's inspiration, but it works.
I think
Alright.
what Ollie will be doing at this time and day would either be singing or meditating. I have yet to decide. Gonna flip a coin.
All right, go ahead and flip that coin because it makes a difference.
One meditation, 2 singing. He's meditating in the sun.
I feel like if you were singing, that might have turned into a brawl at some point, depending on your performance.
Yep. Good thing I rolled meditation. So Ollie's just going to conserve his energy, minimize the amount he's moving, and just meditate. Just in
After-
the shade if he can.
After another couple of hours, the sun would begin to set, and as it meets the horizon, begins to descend further, you notice the temperature immediately begin to drop.
Well, damn, I guess we're in a desert now.
And as it drops, you notice that where it went from 110, you are now down to about 25, 15 degrees.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ.
Pulls out what seems to be prestidigitation. Pulls out what seems to be hot rocks and puts them in his in his clothing, in his shirt. Much better.
The snails. The poor snails.
Oh no.
Sheldon, how are they doing?
Give me an animal handling check or a nature check.
I am definitely going with animal handling.
Also,
13.
where are you keeping them?
Inside by my desk.
All right. You notice that they're in a somewhat warmish area, so they're not freezing. You notice the slight quiver.
Damn. How you holding up there, friends? Not too good.
By the way,
It is mighty cold out.
go ahead and give me a navigation check, and whoever is handling the steering wheel, unless you have navigation proficiency or water vehicle proficiency, go ahead and give me a dexterity check straight.
I have a navigator's tools proficiency.
There
Does
we
that
go.
work?
So go ahead and give me a navigation or navigator's tools check. Oh no, because you're a helmsman, you need a water vehicle.
A water vehicle.
Otherwise, it's just straight dex roll. Yep. Because you have your navigator already, who's using. That's just navigating. You know, what the water
If you
vehicle
want
check
to,
is
I
making sure that
can,
you're
I can
staying.
do this.
Do you
I
have
can do the
proficiency
straight
with
dex
water
check.
vehicles or straight dex?
No, I
check?
don't.
All right.
Go
ahead.
I don't, but I do. But I am hot. But I do have. I do have a bonus to skill checks. Any skill check I make based on.
All right.
No, you take it then. Yeah,
No.
go ahead.
The question I have to ask is, as you approach the steering wheel, you notice this dense odor wafting from it.
I'm going to. I know how to fix this. Prestidigitation. Clean the steering wheel.
Okay. You have cleaned the wheel,
I'll
and
undo that when I'm done with it.
I recognize the odor. I'll resully it. It's okay.
I'm going to
Oh.
use inspiration to re-roll that.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
that's you can't get worse than a 1.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's,
mean-
that's
much
definitely
better.
better than Yep,
Yep.
better than a
I
1.
think I know
zero.
how to steer a ship. Oh wait, no, that's a bit heavier than I thought. Don't worry, I'll correct it. Rob's lucky coin for good luck.
Edson
Yeah,
just
I'm
look.
good now.
Edson's just there looking at you like you're
It's
about
my
like you might
first
kill us
time
all.
It's my first time behind a wheel. Please forgive me if I have a few hiccups.
Then why on earth did you volunteer?
Well, I wanted to give it a shot.
I suppose there are less. I suppose there are more dangerous times to practice than now.
I've got the hang of it now, I think.
Just no big movements, please.
I will keep that in mind.
You
Jesus
continue
Christ.
forward. You are able to maintain the desired course according to the log post. It is going to be about 2 weeks. I believe I had said about a week to the next island. This is day 2, I believe. Is there anything you'd like to do on the overnight?
Gonna
Mostly while we're traveling, if there's nothing going on, Hoshika's gonna be training his hockey.
Ollie is going to meditate. Gotta meditate.
just gonna huddle Sheldon and Shelly close to keep them warm.
I'm gonna say, not that I put too much into friendship levels. You officially have pets. Like, I know it was
Aw.
before, but like they have grown an attachment to it.
They're all I have left.
Now, if I get, as long as I give you a robotic snail next, I got your last character. I love it.
Oh yeah.
We need to get them name tags.
Why would they need name tags?
'Cause it's
Obviously
cute.
But you just know their name.
But
It's like
they're all
obviously that. Technically, they're pieces of communications equipment, but I suppose yes.
pet. You love them like a pet.
Well, yeah, because they're living creatures.
Yeah, so they need name tags.
Yeah, you gotta know if you're talking on the Shelly or if you're talking on the Sheldon. Shit.
Yeah.
Gotta know.
Yeah, but I know. Name tags would just be for other people.
Well, exactly. Like if you went and said, "Yo, Yami, go pick up the Sheldon," and he picks up the Shelly, like that's not helpful.
It's like when moms know they're twins apart.
Just
Did
look
you
at these two just random snails.
You're like,
Gotta paint their shells or something.
It's like I already
That-
fed Shelly. Please feed Sheldon, and then and both snails just look hungry. What? So now I have an interesting question. Now that they have bonded with you, what would these snails look like? And I speak
I
as the fact that transponder snails tend to take on the shape of the person either that they're calling or representing a call of.
Do they
oh yeah, that's true.
Do they just do that naturally, or is that like something that people do to customize their shells?
I'm gonna say,
snails?
as far
Like,
as
is that
I
like
know,
a
it's-
biological process, or is it like
I-
a phone case kind of
I'm
thing?
gonna say that this is a biological process that is like a phone case. So I'm gonna say a little bit of both.
Okay, so I mean, obviously, Sheldon probably starts to look like a cowboy, and Shelly starts to look like a cowgirl.
So we got Woody and Jesse. Gotcha.
Pretty
We
much.
need
Yeah.
art made now.
Goddamn.
Don't tempt me.
The-
I'll get AI on it. But with that, it is the overnight. As said, you guys have free reign to kind of roleplay for about 2 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to see what the next weather event is going to be. Wahaha.
Oh boy,
Ha.
love those.
Sailing through the tides of light, lost for knowledge day and night.
Edson's just like rolls over his hammock.
Well, he's just sitting on the bow of the ship, just kind of playing some music as he keeps watch. Inviting anyone to chat if they want to.
Is anybody down to any heart-to-hearts at the moment?
It's like, please, please, I'm desperate. I'm so lonely.
Well, he's
Just out here playing my music.
You're going to have Hina approach as you are singing that familiar song. She will not speak, but she will be within 10 feet.
Mm.
That's good.
Ollie will just nod and continue to quietly play this song, working on the lyric. As he's trying to memorize different lines.
Already? She will just listen on in contentment.
Sometimes no words need to be said.
Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
Huh. Let's see. I don't think I have anything.
I don't think I have anything either.
Already said what I'm doing.
Okay, so with that, it is now the next morning, and as the sun begins to rise towards it from the east, you are immediately going to feel that it's a hot day.
Oh, great. Lovely.
Approaching a desert island or something?
We have to be. There's no way it's this hot, and it continues to be this hot. Can I take a look at our water stores again?
You can.
Where are we at?
You are about a third of the way depleted.
Okay.
I have some ideas to perhaps replenish our water storage, but I'm not sure how effective it will be. Does anyone have do we have an empty barrel or anything?
This one's not fully empty, but
And we'd probably empty some of the water barrels into the other ones to consolidate them.
yeah, let's do that.
Start us off. Go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw. DC's 10.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I gotta roll this.
Every all on there.
To a good start.
Come on, baby. Yeah.
On this 10. Easy.
You say easy, but some of you failed it last time.
Yeah, half of us failed it last time.
Indeed.
Out of 10, too. Ooh,
Speaking of
Ollie,
somebody
that was
almost
close.
failing,
It was close.
Next 3 hours fly by as temperatures increase, moving dramatically from 4 o'clock to sunrise, going from about
Hold it.
25 degrees up to 60 in a matter of hours.
So,
From sunrise to 10, the temperature increased from 60 to 80 immediately. Go ahead.
so Ollie's actually going to have the barrel take up some seawater. The empty barrel and get it some seawater, and then he's going to put up a kind of screen for the water to kind of so he's going to leave it out in the sun, the barrel, and he's going to let the water evaporate onto the screen and into another container. Ollie will that it will be a bit more insulated to prevent the evaporation. That's Ollie's idea to help deal with some of the water issues. Use
Go
the
ahead.
extreme heat to our advantage.
Edson's
me
gonna see
a-
what he's doing, and he's like, "That's actually a good idea," and he's gonna help out.
Go ahead and give me a Tinker's check.
I will help
Tinker's
Edson,
tools.
because Edson seems to be the smarter one here.
Fair enough. If he's helping,
As
do
soon
I
as
get
you take
advantage?
over, Ollie just leaves you in charge and just kind of helps.
Yes, you get advantage.
26.
You are able to construct the device.
There we go. That should work decent.
I can also just create water, clean water for us.
Wait, you can do that?
Edson fucking looks at the captain side eye, excuse me?
Well, that's
You've
why
been able-
I was trying to see if there was any extra barrels lying around so I can create some water.
What did we do all this work for?
Well, for the future, it'd be nice to have it just in case.
You guys are so.
You guys are, making things. So I'll just let you guys make things.
Why didn't you stop us? If that wasn't
Well,
the
it's-
point of the barrel.
It could be useful in the future.
Touche.
I can only
Only-
create water if Nika allows me to. If Nika doesn't allow me to, then I'm useless. Can't create that water.
I
This would
love
be
how you
useful
just
no matter
phrased
what.
that. Go ahead and give me a
Well-
religion check.
Congratulations. It seems like the sun does not like us right now.
That's a 22.
The sun likes
Sun-
you just
Yeah,
fine.
great.
Yeah, I kind of wish the sun didn't like us as much right now.
The sun loves you right now. You have its undivided attention. There isn't a cloud in the sky. Oh god, we went back to Bruno. Shit.
Could you? So could you?
The
It
pirates
got-
walk in with a mysterious grin. Sorry.
We're gonna get
If this-
copyright struck.
God, if this god of yours can can make water, could you ask the god of the sun to maybe stop for a little bit?
Oh, I don't know if that's how it works. I can't tell the god what to do.
So you can materialize water out of nowhere, but you can't make it a little cloudy.
I mean, I can also like do like a little fog cloud, but like, I don't know if that's gonna help us much.
Considering fog's made out of water vapor and this much heat's just gonna evaporate it almost immediately, probably not much.
Yeah,
Ugh.
but look, if we get in a bind where we're low enough on water, I can help us out there for future reference.
Suppose that's good knowledge to have.
The day continues to progress. Go ahead and give me another
How is
Constitution
Hina
saving
holding?
throw.
How is Hina holding up?
How's she doing?
She's not comfortable, but she's over. She's not in a bad place.
She's hanging in there.
Yeah, basically, she's kind of removed what can be removed and is just kind of chilling there. You notice that she's still actually training. So, like, even in the heat, you'll see her kind of hanging from the mast at times, particularly in, like, the hottest part of the day. And that's when she's doing, like, her weighted pull-ups.
Damn, this is why I don't use inspiration that much. Fucking hell.
Okay,
Rolls a
so-
7, decides, I have that free reroll once a day. I'll use it. Rolls another 7.
I'm gonna do mine as well. I have also had predicted outcome
My God.
because I rolled a
Yeah,
4.
Observation. Okay,
Look at us.
Oh.
Okay.
God,
Wow.
That's an improvement.
There's just
So-
no.
The DC on this one is 12.
yeah.
Okay,
Jesus
I
Christ.
failed.
It is going to be 4 points of fire damage.
Alright.
4 points.
Oh, Chico is just constantly walking around with no shirt on.
Oh my God.
Which, as
Only-
as those of you who
follow in this footsteps.
Yeah, as literally anybody who knows jack shit about surviving in the heat would know, that's a terrible idea.
as you're taking fire damage.
Yeah. People in the desert wear a lot of clothes.
A lot
They
of
do not
clothes.
have any. They generally don't have any exposed skin.
Yeah, but they also
And
wouldn't be
clearly-
doing pull-ups in the hottest point of the day either. She's just the manly man.
Fucking talk about Hoshiko walking around with his fucking shirt off.
Well, he will heal 6 points of damage as Ollie's just kind of like playing his music. And he's also taking his shirt off because why the hell not? It seems to be a thing people are doing.
Oh god. Let me
What
roll
on
one
earth is
at-
going on?
Let me roll one at disadvantage for.
You know, the funny part is I'm in full nun's
Yeah.
gear, fully covered. My face and hands are the only thing that have skin showing, and those are the places that are burning.
God, I've got a hat on it, and that's not helping.
Same.
Hina just passes, so as she's just with
Oh
disadvantage.
My
mind you,
God.
as she's doing her pull-ups, she's got a lot of constitution.
Oh man.
Constitution is really good. You want to have that?
Damn.
Oh yeah, Hina's a beast. I'm sorry, like
What?
that's
My
why I
con
don't.
isn't bad. I just don't have proficiency in con saves.
Well, got to do better then. Train harder.
fuck? Is that how that works?
It's One Piece, dude. You could punch a ship every day for 30 years and then have a galactic impact, like, or a galaxy impact. Like, yeah, that's how it works.
Well, fuck. Here I was
One
just doing.
Piece.
Listen,
Here-
Willpower is everything.
Goddamn,
want-
here I was just being the only member of the crew doing regular, mundane daily tasks to keep the ship afloat. Meanwhile, everybody else is becoming, a Superman.
Hey, you're embodying the crew's Usopp role. We needed that.
Oh,
you think
shit.
Usopp does? You think Usopp does anything useful most of the time?
Oh my
You're
God.
fucking
Yo.
losing your shit, man.
Yo, you just got called Usopp.
Oh, that's also a compliment, mind you, because
I have taken incredible offense to that.
I'm waiting now for Edson to walk up to your character and just slap him in the face with a glove. I challenge you to a duel, sir. You have dishonored me. You have besmirched my name. I don't know who this
Edson
Usopp
doesn't-
is.
I didn't even say anything. It's like I feel like this character is somewhat important, but apparently he exists or will exist.
I got a metaphysical tingle that I had been I had been referenced to somebody who I absolutely loathe for some reason.
Oh god. Oh, but we just broke the fifth wall.
What well, I thought it was a window.
Whatever it is, we just broke it. We skipped the third wall. We went straight to the fifth.
Well, that's because there wasn't any wall or a window for that matter. It was just an open blank space, a corridor, I think.
God, I need to figure out a way to get some fire on this ship without burning the thing down. I gotta tinker with stuff. There's a limit to how much you can do without being able to heat metal.
There is actually a way of doing it. Traditionally, they used these very large slabs of stone. That's how they
Yeah,
keep the knives going.
I know, but I don't exactly have that.
Well, that's what we got to do next time we're on an island. Get you a slab of stone
Yeah.
or something like that.
Realistically, I need like a furnace. Get anything halfway decent done.
Are you attempting to make your ship steam powered? Because you need
What?
paddles
God,
first.
no. No, I'm trying to make grenade launchers, man. What are you talking about?
God.
Okay.
Well,
I can't
first-
tell if you're joking or not, so I'm just gonna
grenade
take that
launcher.
at face value.
Why do you think I've been accumulating so many random firearms? I mean, I have 7
true.
pistols and a musket.
Not wrong.
To be honest, I think that you want to build a gun that shoots guns at people. So you've been making a collection.
I mean, a grenade launcher is a kind of multi-purpose launcher. I suppose you could technically use it to shoot other
So-
guns at people.
In my defense, I guess I expected this.
I suppose so.
Only in the most
You can look-
technical senses of the words.
You can look forward to that in the future. Until then, you just have to live with me turning mundane drinking cups into grenades, which I still have, by the way.
Yeah,
We
that's
still
okay.
have that?
Yeah, we still have that.
Yeah, I never threw it. I still have a grenade made out of a cup.
Nice.
It is
Which is
referred
interesting
to
because
as
you've gone through a
the-
lot of stuff.
Yeah,
I'm not
No,
gonna
it's-
keep better track of this shit. That should have exploded already. Alright, noted. Has
why should it have
live
exploded by
grenade.
now?
Um,
Okay, it's not live. There's gotta be. I gotta light a fuse for that shit to explode.
No,
Didn't you
just
take the
need
fuse out
something
at one point?
You just need to
No, I
have
did-
something
I
combustible
did not
near
take the
it.
fuse out at one point.
But
Oh, no.
the remainder of the day continues to pass. Everybody give me one last Constitution saving throw, and then after
Also,
this one,
I was gonna say also taking the fuse out would not help this kind of grenade at all.
To help with the
Oh.
last con save, I'm just gonna give everyone else bardic inspiration.
Wow, that won't help me. I'm sorry.
Oh, God.
Help
My roll was too terrible.
have inspiration.
Just tell me the fire damage.
Tell me the fire damage, DM.
How much is
Rolling.
it?
Sister Mirror,
I'm
you might
rolling
want to
it now.
roll that inspiration I gave you.
It is 4 points of fire damage.
What was
Owie.
the DC?
14.
14? Oh,
Yeah.
So it went
missed it
from
by
10
one.
to 12 to 14. Yep.
I did give you
Uh,
inspiration.
Yeah,
you,
you
you have
would-
bardic inspiration.
But
D8?
Just-
if you rolled a 13,
It does not.
If you
Yeah,
rolled a 13, any modifier will help you.
Yeah,
So,
literally
you could roll the-
any roll.
You could roll the dice for the sake of rolling dice, but even a 1 would allow
Yay!
you dice.
You succeed.
I am not opposed
how
to you
much-
rolling dice. I love it, and roll away.
Dice must be rolled. The dice
Yes.
gods demand it.
It's
They do.
95% of the game. Like, it doesn't matter what you roll for, as long as you roll. I feel like that's one of the most important parts. It just makes you feel like you have a choice. With that, you are continuing forward. Is there anything you guys would like to do on the overnight? Otherwise, we are going to kind of just jump ahead the remainder of the 5 days.
Now it's just mostly training with Hina and surviving the heat.
I am going to spend some time disassembling the various firearms that I have accumulated.
Okay?
I'm gonna
Only-
meditate, probably.
Okay. Ollie is going to, I guess, do some intense training.
Okay.
I'm going to
Training for what?
I don't know. Maybe training hockey, training something. I don't know. I'm gonna think
Hold
of
on.
something.
Which hockey?
Good question. I think I'm going to continue train. I'm going to start training my. I've been training my observation a lot lately with meditation, so I'm going to go straight to training my armament again.
Okay. So if it was Conqueror's hockey, that was going to be fun.
Oh, you're right. I should totally do that.
Oh, 100%. You're on an enclosed space. I love it. Do it.
Lovely.
I'm going to go up as high as the nest with like at the top of the crow's nest, and I'm just going to try and sit on the very very top, like the tippy top. I'm like, okay, hopefully this is far enough. Because he still doesn't quite understand the range of it. He's like, hopefully this is far enough. Let's see what happens. I'm going to roll to train it.
Go ahead and give me either a Constitution saving throw or an Intelligence saving throw.
Let's hope my con is good enough. Hey, 17. I don't know
With
if
the
that's
set
good enough.
now, with that, everybody around, go ahead and give me a con save.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
How mean would
Oh,
it be
no.
if I used Oleander as the DC?
That's a bad one.
No, I'm not going to. I'm actually using a 12 as DC.
Well,
I still missed.
So
congratulations.
that's a natural
Ollie has
20.
once. Yeah, Ollie has once again probably knocked out the captain.
You also have inspiration as a reminder.
I don't know.
That's true.
This is more funny though.
Again,
gonna say-
listen, not to take away
Way
from the
more
roleplay of it. You make your choice. I just want to remind.
No, this
You
is
have
way more fun.
inspiration.
I want Ollie to suffer a little bit for knocking me out again.
I love it. You know, just for that, I'm giving you an inspiration. I'm
Look, it's
rewarding
always it's always fun when somebody else suffers for your bad rolls.
I mean, last time I just passed out, so hopefully I just pass out this time. There's no issues.
that. With a
There
3.
is no damage done to it. Like, if you pass out from Conquerors, you will be just fine when you wake up. It's just, it's kind of funny.
You're literally just sitting there meditating, and suddenly you just tilt off to the side and lay completely unconscious.
Question. When that happens, does she foam out her mouth like from the anime when they do pass out from Conqueror's hockey? Is she
Eyes
foaming out
roll
the mouth?
back.
Shh. You know what? Go ahead and give me a strength check, unless you have an alternative. I'm gonna say either strength or a constitution. No, Ollie.
Oh, gotcha.
Ollie. So what do you need me to roll this for? Ah, yeah, to survive my own effect.
Yeah, this is just really like
Ooh.
Oh no.
you you see that there's a little bit, not that she's foaming at the mouth, but there's, as she falls to the side and you hear the thunk as her head makes the connection to the deck.
Oh.
And you see a couple of twitches, but besides a little bit of drool kind of like dribbling out from the side of the mouth, no foaming at the mouth.
Meanwhile, Edson, Toshiko, and presumably Hina just have splitting headaches for a few seconds.
Basically. Hina looks immediately agitated.
Yeah,
No.
damn it!
Instantly annoyed.
Who the hell did that?
Annoyed.
Oh,
Edson immediately bursts onto the deck with his gun in hand, expecting an attack.
Koshiko's behind him, armament hockey's fist already fully coated.
Scan the perimeter. I look for suspicious individuals.
You see a suspicious individual in the crow's nest.
Hold on, is he hiding
Are
from
you
the
hiding?
consequences?
I feel like he wouldn't even
no,
realize that it
I'm
happened.
pretty sure I rolled an 8, so Ollie's just passed out.
No, you're kind of fine. Like, you're just oblivious to the situation. It's one of those things that you're thinking you're in full control, but you don't realize that somebody fell susceptible. It's like guy walks into the bar and one guy passes out. Oh, they're drunk. Kind of situation. Like, you don't know you're the cause of it.
Sister Mirror meditated too hard.
The only,
Exactly,
the only
kinda.
warning, the only warning that this man gets is when he just hears Edson yell from the top of his lungs. Bursts out onto the deck, stares up at fucking Ollie.
Yes?
Did you do that again? He looks genuinely pissed off.
If I say yes, what will you do to me?
I'd say I'd leave it up to the captain to decide. But
But
she's
no.
indisposed at the moment.
Oh, I thought I had a better handle on it this time.
Glad to know you
wait,
thought.
I don't know
Glad to
what
know
I'm talking
you. Yeah, glad to know you thought you had a better handle on your magic wizard powers or whatever.
It's not magic, it's hockey. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
you literally have hockey yourself.
Doesn't mean it doesn't. You know, maybe I can perceive things a bit, but I don't knock people out through solid wood from halfway across the ship.
Well, I didn't know its range is that extreme. I'm still getting a grasp on it.
Just go to bed. He turns around and slams the door to the cabin.
Ollie looks dejected, like he's failed again. He looks really depressed. He's just gonna sit down,
When I go to-
lean over the desk, over like the like the actual go down off the crow's nest and lean over the mast of the ship and just kind of look down into the water, depressed.
Wanna try to coax the captain into a state of consciousness.
Do I wake up easily? Or is it just like, I'm out for the rest? Because I rolled real low.
Yeah, I will.
I
I will
rolled a
say
natural
if,
one.
I will say if I can't wake her up easily, I'll probably just dump her in her hammock.
I would say not that it's easy, but by the time like you attempt to pick her up, that's when she starts stirring and waking up. Assuming you're not
I'm up.
dragging
I'm
her to her cabin.
God no.
just by the feet.
Not even by the
No,
hands,
no.
by the feet. Shit.
I'd probably do it with Yami, but nah, I'd probably carry the captain.
That's her second time getting carried.
Hey, listen, she's captain. She doesn't have to walk. Walking's for chumps.
Yeah, I mean she
Walking for
carries
the
us in
peasants, she
most.
says.
I mean she carries us in most of these combats, so it's only fair.
Oh god.
Ollie, next time you do that, you're getting a tax. You're gonna pay us.
I've got to master it at some point, otherwise it'll never be useful.
That's
Yeah, well,
fine. If I pass out again, you make anyone else pass out, you're paying a tax.
That's not. Fine. Ollie continues to look dejected and depressed. Not really my fault.
Did you do it?
It's also not.
Did you do
Yes,
it or did you not do it?
I did it, but I'm trying to get better at it, so I don't accidentally knock out people I like.
Oh, well, I cooked once and it was terrible, but I was trying
That's
to
true.
get better at it. So, the waste of food and the indigestion and all the human suffering was worth it.
You didn't have to eat all that food, you know.
You didn't have to eat much.
Oh, wow. Oof. Even I am sad.
I don't know what's
I-
worse, the fact that that's 100% true, or the fact that I have proficiency with cooking with cook's utensils.
I'm just going to look at Hina's direction and go, I am glad you are here, Hina. You are a saint to us all.
Yeah, I think she's mad as well.
She's gonna kind of glower at you, the complete opposite of the reaction she had the previous night.
Yes, I know. I'm dumb.
That's not what I said. But either control it or don't use it. Control it or stop it. Those are the choices.
Well, this already happened before, and he did it again, so I'd say he's dumb. Definition of
That's true.
insanity and all that.
He's just
Well, we get on the island, we can find a spot for you that's safe. That you can practice this, not around people.
Or at least not around us, please.
True.
Ollie seems very upset that he still can't control it. He's been
God, I
training
think-
for so many years and he still hasn't got a grasp on it.
God, I
All
think
that
that was
confidence gone.
I think that was one of the worst headaches I've ever had.
Mind you, resisting it does help build you up a strength to resist against others who can use it. So there is that upside, I guess.
He kind of looks at you like he just kind of glares in your direction.
Okay.
Wait, I'm actually curious. How do you train like a resistance to it?
There's.
I'd imagine
more
it's.
of
And I'd imagine it's kind of like how you build a resistance to poison. You just
Not
kind of
quite.
get exposed to it.
Not quite. It's more of an aspect of willpower. Particularly strong or willful individuals can resist it with enough training and or practice. The more willful you are, the more or strong-willed and strong of nature you are, you'll most likely resist the effects. A powerful individual can easily resist it. But if your strength is around the same, it becomes more of a bout of wills, really.
Well, I better train some resistance to this thing then.
Yes, I think you're particularly open to it because you're meditating when doing it. Observation haki allows one to perceive things greater, and, well, when you perceive an aura of literally intimidating power intended to, well, let's just say it's used to control powerful beasts as well.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like you have really good hearing next to a megaphone.
Ah,
Pretty
that
much.
makes sense. That makes sense.
Well, anyway, I'm going to continue to feel depressed over in this corner over here. You won't hear any music from me for the rest of the day.
Just staring out in the water.
Yes. Thinking about his life choices.
Captain, do you think his current state of mind is going to affect his ability to pay rent?
He's gonna have to pay rent either way.
I already paid!
It's every month. We're already almost a week in.
True.
I swear, you pirates are truly devils, always after my wallet.
Shane is Karen.
As if most people would let you charter on on any kind of ship for free. Not even the Marines would do that. All right, well, maybe certain circumstances might. You get my point.
Yes, I understand your point, but it's also not the most apt point to make on someone with my background.
Yeah. As if with your background you'd charter a Marine ship anyway.
Yes.
You'd be more likely to get keel hauled by the Marines than I would.
Yes, but then they'd be like, well, yeah. Ollie just kind of mumbles. He doesn't want to think about what happened to those poor Marines.
With that, as the night continues to go on and Ali continues to kind of get hamstringed from the mishap, days continue on. The next day, the heat does let up for most of the morning as clouds are overhead and it rains. But the added humidity as the water begins to evaporate only enhances the temperature following. We are going to jump the next 3 days, so just go ahead and give me 3 more Constitution saving throws. Each one will be progressively 10, 12, and 14. And
I'd like
because...
to.
Yep.
I'd like to point out while it was raining, I've got one of those empty barrels out there.
Gotcha. Collecting rainwater so that you can boil it, purify. Gotcha.
I mean, it's rainwater. It's largely drinkable already.
Yes.
I mean, unless we're right next to the most industrialized island in the Grand Line.
Yeah, just...
I'd imagine.
I'd
imagine we aren't dealing with... I mean, I guess that's fair.
But ultimately, no. It's only if you're really worried about any sorts of contaminants that you would have to do something.
Recon saves, you said?
Yes, please. 10, 12, and 14.
10, 12, and 14. Okay,
Because we're
let's see.
doing this by day, this is going to be 2d6 rather than the 1d6 of fire damage that was already gone.
So I passed the first one, failed the second one, and then passed the third one.
Okay.
I passed all
Wow.
three.
Fucking
Failed the
Oshiko's
third one.
a champ. Jesus.
Yeah, geez.
Alright, so if you passed day 1, you took 2 points of fire damage. Or, excuse me, if you failed day 1, you took 2 points of fire damage. If you failed day 2, you took 8 points of fire damage. And if you failed day 3, you took 5. By sunset on the 3rd day, we begin to catch sight of the next island. It is larger than you had expected, and it is all desert.
Land home.
You see mountains off in the distance. The sun is now setting. Would you like to wait until next morning to make dock, or would you attempt to risk it to make dock today? Or rather,
I
Yep.
will suggest that we do it now, so that any our mooring point would be more easily concealed.
Yeah, let's do it now then.
alright, so Captain, where would you like to make land? Because after all, you have to set course.
Let's see. Do we see anything? Like, could I do like a perception roll or something to see if we can see anything? Or is it like
Certainly
so
can.
far out we wouldn't see anything?
I would say you would be, if you were using a telescope or something, you would be able to see.
Question is, I don't think any of us have one.
No, I don't. Wait, hold on. Let me see. I don't think so.
What are we looking for?
Unless it's included in
ass-
cartography tools, I don't
I'm,
know.
I'm assuming there would be one on ship, so I would say go ahead and just roll.
Okay.
Because you'd be a really bad group of pirates if you didn't have a telescope.
I got a 16.
Alright. You don't see any towns or you don't see any coastal settlements. You don't even see a dock. You see mountains towards. If you're coming from this direction here, you would see mountains coming from the northeast. You would see what looks to be bodies of water draining out to the ocean. As you look south, you would see just the sun glaring back up. The desert itself seems to be endless. In the very distant, you would be able to make out the faint silhouette of the mountains.
Okay. Well, let's choose this first. Mountainous pass in the north.
Probably a good rocky area with a nearby a stream of water.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I think more towns will be in that area than anything. So let's go ahead and choose that little rocky area here.
Does Rolly know anything about this island on the Grand Line? By any chance, like at least the very name of this island? Can I give a history
Sorry.
check or anything like that?
Go ahead and give me a history check at disadvantage.
Fair enough. 12.
You've heard of several islands, but one in particular, which seems to, from what you can see off in the distance from a poem or a article that you once read about, you know, not that you can pull back the actual thoughts about it. You just know that there were legends tied to this place. Almost mystic tales.
Do I know the name of the island?
You do not.
I have heard mystical tales and legends of a place like this, but I do not know its name. I'll look to the ship's historian. Perhaps you would be a bit more suited for this, for figuring this out?
I could look in my book, but if it's one of the pages that's been ripped out, it could be up in the air. It's gonna take a second. And with that, Toshiko's going to be going into his book.
Alrighty.
An island of mystics and an island of mysticism and legend doesn't fill me with a tremendous amount of confidence. Looks in the direction of the person most likely to seek out mysteries and legends, who's currently looking through his book to see if he has any mysteries or legends about this place.
Ollie, I think he's talking about you.
Oh yes, I totally have a magical a book and journal full of all my knowledge. Yes, let me just get it out here. I pull out a journal containing Ollie's personal journal, and it just has him writing stuff down to remember notes. Ah, here's one about that particular tax invoice I had to lodge for. Bugger, he needed to get that done. I hope he's okay. That specific tax doctor. Well, we'll see.
I think he's a bit beyond your concern at this moment.
Yes. Indeed.
Anyway, I'm gonna start navigating towards the designated landing site that the captain pointed out as to where she would prefer.
And DM, will it be a regular roll or would it be with advantage?
Which the navigation roll?
No, history check about the island.
Go ahead and give me a disadvantage as well. To have studied a random and very specific island for context is
17.
Alright. With the 17,
You had a 20 on that.
you know this island as Ankara.
Say that name one more time.
Ankara.
Ankahara.
Yep, that's it. And let me send it in the
what
chat.
now?
Ankahara? That sounds awfully like another place. Heard of it before. Oh well, I think it's a big tree.
I'm just gonna ask out of curiosity. However, have I ever heard of any really bad marine gossip about this place in my time? Like, has anybody ever mentioned that name and been like, "God damn, that's a hellhole. You don't want to go there"?
Go ahead and give me a history check, or I need a equivalent for a gossip check.
Ooh.
I am probably gonna go for history, just because that's probably the most. Unless I could argue persuasion as like my prior capacity to have weeded out said gossip.
I'm gonna say no. Give me that history check.
Fair enough. 12.
All
Any
you
bad
know,
juju?
all you know is that it's considered a lawless area. It is not affiliated with the world government.
Ooh,
Yeah, well,
my type of area.
that can be both good or bad, depending. I can certainly say some members of the group would probably be more accepted here than others. Looks at the symbol of the world government on our crew.
Yes.
Not that you generally go around telling people, but this might be an exceptionally bad island to tell people on.
It's as bad as the last one, really, and it's better that I don't say a thing. And I'm well aware of that. Mind you, it depends on the island who I'm talking to, whether or not it reveals any information about myself. This island, if you say it so, I will not reveal anything. I am just a random, rich, pompous noble who's on the ocean.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not sure
far-
if being I'm not sure if being that's a good
it's-
idea either.
I
Yes,
agree.
So thus I go with my option number 3. I am a traveling bard who just looks fancy.
I suppose that's as best as you're gonna get.
Yes, that's option number 3. I'm sticking with that one.
Sorry, I missed that. Can you repeat that part?
Oh, it's best not for Ollie to parade around as either a noble or even a world noble for that matter. Better just to say he's a traveling bard who looks fancy.
Edson's opinion is essentially, I suppose that's as best as we're gonna get.
At least it feels truish.
Well, some of the best and most difficult to detect lies always have a modicum of truth in them. Edson goes over the wheel.
All right, so go ahead and give me a navigation and a vehicle check, please.
Now, is this for landing the ship?
Yes, it is, and I believe you have military ability that, or marine ability that helps with that.
I have a military marine ability that lets me automatically succeed these checks without having to roll.
Oh,
There you go. See,
nice.
There are some benefits to being an ex-marine.
you notice that there is only a handful of areas, and you're rather lucky that you're doing this in the daytime because there are tons of coral reefs that protect the coast. So you are able to manage to successfully make land. But you do see just how many dangers there are from ships. Just pick your
Well-
location that you would like to make land.
I believe we chose like around here.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if the water's this treacherous trying to get here, at least that provides a modicum of protection from anybody trying to sail around towards us, and at least discourages others from attempting to harbor in the same area that we are.
That's true.
Think I'm almost gonna miss being at sea for the time that we're here.
It does look like a rather dreary place, doesn't it? Maybe
I'd
we'll
say
make some
that.
friends.
Well, I'd say that regardless of where we are. Sea's the place I probably feel the most comfortable.
Yes, you are a sailor at heart. What would happen if the planet was majority land? Or at least
I don't know.
there was a lot more land than there is.
Probably be some form of other traveler. Maybe moved by horse or something.
Yes, that would actually be rather an interesting story.
It's not really any reason to think about such things. Men with cowboy hats riding horses in a majority land area is a very unlikely thing to happen in this particular area. Or in general.
Eh,
I can't possibly imagine how anything like that would possibly be very popular.
yes, you're probably right. Although I could see a niche following for it. Perhaps a cult following? Yes, that'd be good time.
Oh, he's gonna start his own cult.
Are we the cult following? I mean, now that you mention that, are we a cult following technically? Looks over at Sister Mira. I mean, we're following a member of a cult.
Yes, you're following her. I have to technically renounce her completely, legally. For all intents and purposes, I have to legally renounce her god and the fact that it exists. And denounce her as a religious individual.
How political of you.
Trust me, sometimes you have to play the politics game.
I think that was just about the least favorite. I think that is just about the least favorite aspect of life that I have come across.
Indeed. Try living it all your life.
Yeah, I don't think I would want to do that. Nor do I think I'd be particularly good at it.
Preaching to the choir. Well, the first half, not the second half.
That's just kind of rolls his eyes. Well, I'm going ashore, see what's in the surrounding area. Make sure
I'll
we're
come with
not
you.
camped
I'm
out
gonna
next to
go
another
explore the
pirate
island.
cove or something.
It's about
Now
this. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, now I'm all for you ranging far and wide, going God knows where, but maybe at least wait until we get a little bit established.
Now,
Fine.
two things to notice. This island is very large. That is the first thing. So, it is very possible to get lost. Secondly, it is a desert. So if you don't take it seriously, your character can die. It is on this point, as we get onto the island, we start breaking off into the different groups that they want to do. We're going to begin to call it because players are in for an interesting adventure. See it, as they have to be on this large island for 4 days for their little coast to reset.
All right, guys. So we're gonna sit on the boat. We're gonna do absolutely nothing interesting. We're just gonna, I don't know, like play table tennis or something.
What?
DM. Having heard the island's name, is it perhaps one of the islands Ollie has to go, where one of the things Ollie is looking for perhaps is? Or no?
It is an island that, not that it has been directly tied to your quests, it was always an island of note.
Is an island of note. Ollie is intrigued.
But with that, we are going to call it here, and we are going to find out next week what the players are going to do. Because this is an unaffiliated island not associated with the world government. Meaning, even if Marines show up, they don't necessarily have jurisdiction to arrest anybody, though they might try. So we're going to find out what happens if players have a chance to explore a little bit without having to flee in abject terror or not wanting to have a higher bounty.
Hey,
Till then. Yep.
I'd like to point out, on the subject of Marine jurisdiction, Marines have jurisdiction anywhere they have bigger guns than other people.
Which is telling you something, because they don't have the biggest guns here.
Yeah.
But till next week, you will be able to catch us then. Tomorrow, you should be able to catch us with the Dapper Dans, unless, the greatest D&D villain of all time stops us from performing, and of course, that is scheduled conflicts. Till then, check out our store. You have our summer sale featuring code SUMMER. Might be something a little bit more than that. We've been having a lot of merchandise being produced. We have shirts, we have stickers, we've got your spirit animals and Let Wild. Till then, check us out, explore, and tune in next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
So long, have a beautiful time.
Hey, get some sleep too.